What if Dumbledore had survived? The Horcrux hunt with the master strategist, Albus Dumbledore, the most powerful wizard of his age, the mastermind behind the war against Voldemort, and the guiding light for Harry Potter. His death, by Snape's hand, was a shockwave that reverberated through the wizarding world, leaving Harry to face his destiny seemingly alone. But what if the plan had never gone through? What if Dumbledore, for some reason, survived the fateful night atop the astronomy tower? And even more dramatically, what if he joined Harry, Ron, and Hermione on their perilous Horcrux hunt in Deathly Hallows? This what if doesn't just alter a few events. It fundamentally shifts the burden, the strategy, and the very spirit of the final war, transforming a desperate flight into a meticulously planned offensive. A guiding presence. The burden shared. The hunt begins. Knowledge, not guesswork. Dumbledore's survival changes the Horcrux hunt from a desperate, often blind, search into a highly coordinated mission. The trio would no longer be stumbling through clues Dumbledore left behind, nor would they be guessing his intentions. Instead, they would have direct access to his unparalleled knowledge, his years of research into Horcruxes, his deep understanding of Voldemort's psyche, and his extensive network of contacts. The initial weeks of the hunt, the aimless wandering, the periods of despair would be replaced by clear objectives and precise strategies. They would know what they were looking for, where to start, and how to approach each challenge. The weight lifted, Harry's burden shared. Harry Potter's greatest burden throughout Deathly Hallows was the crushing weight of responsibility and the feeling of utter isolation. With Dumbledore by his side, that weight would be immensely lightened. Harry would have a mentor, a confidant, and a constant source of wisdom. He wouldn't have to decipher Dumbledore's intentions or carry the sole burden of confronting Voldemort's past. The insidious influence of Slytherin's locket, which so deeply affected Ron in our timeline, might be immediately recognized and counteracted by Dumbledore's immense magical power and understanding of dark objects, perhaps preventing the trio's emotional fracturing. The hunt transformed. Efficiency and expertise in action, confronting challenges. Imagine the challenges of the Horcrux hunt met with Dumbledore's direct intervention. The Gringotts heist? Dumbledore's insights into goblin magic and the bank's defenses would make it far more precise, perhaps even avoiding the dragon. The Ministry of Magic infiltration? Dumbledore's mastery of transfiguration and disillusionment charms, coupled with his intricate knowledge of the Ministry's layout and personnel, would make the operation smoother and less prone to detection. Many obstacles that seemed insurmountable to the trio alone would become manageable under his guidance. Strategy and skill? The master at work. Dumbledore's magical prowess is unparalleled. He could create powerful, complex protections that would better shield the trio from detection. His vast array of spells, his nonverbal magic, and his sheer experience in dueling would allow them to bypass or swiftly neutralize Death Eaters and other threats. He would be the ultimate shield, allowing Harry, Ron, and Hermione to focus their unique talents. Harry's instinct, Ron's strategic mind, Hermione's encyclopedic knowledge, without constantly fearing for their lives or getting caught in easily avoidable traps. The hunt would be faster, more efficient, and undeniably less agonizing. The final battle, a different reckoning. Severus Snape's fate, a different death or no death at all. Dumbledore's survival fundamentally alters Severus Snape's tragic arc. Snape's murder of Dumbledore was the ultimate act of loyalty to Dumbledore's plan, solidifying his role as a double agent and cementing his heroism. If Dumbledore lived, Snape would not have had to commit that act. His final confession to Harry, revealing his deep love for Lily, might happen in a different context, or perhaps never fully emerge in the same heart-wrenching way. Would Snape still die in the Shrieking Shack? Possibly, but for a different reason, or perhaps he would survive the war, a silent hero whose ultimate sacrifice was never demanded. The Battle of Hogwarts. Dumbledore's leadership. The Battle of Hogwarts would be an entirely different spectacle. Dumbledore would be at the helm, the undisputed leader, his tactical genius and immense power deployed directly on the battlefield. His presence alone would be a massive morale booster for the defenders and a terrifying sight for the Death Eaters. He would face Voldemort directly, perhaps even allowing Harry to focus solely on the Horcruxes and Nagini, while Dumbledore engaged the Dark Lord in a duel that would shake the very foundations of the castle. Voldemort, facing a whole healthy Dumbledore, would be a far more desperate and perhaps less confident adversary. The aftermath. A world guided by wisdom. The Elder Wand and Voldemort's defeat, a cleaner end? The final defeat of Voldemort could be far more decisive. With Dumbledore alive, the complexities surrounding the Elder Wand's allegiance might be entirely avoided. Dumbledore would still be its master, and he could strategically use it against Voldemort without the convoluted chain of ownership that plagued Harry. Voldemort's ultimate demise might be quicker, more comprehensive, and perhaps even less dependent on Harry's specific sacrifice. The victory, though still hard-won, would be guided by the wisdom and power of the greatest wizard, leading to a potentially cleaner, less devastating end to the war. A peaceful future. Dumbledore's continued influence. In the aftermath, Dumbledore would continue to guide the wizarding world's recovery and rebuilding. His wisdom would shape the new ministry, ensuring lasting reforms and preventing a resurgence of dark magic. Harry, Ron, and Hermione would have a living mentor, allowing them to process their trauma and step into their futures with clearer guidance. The world would be spared the years of uncertainty and political instability that followed Voldemort's final defeat, instead benefiting from the continued direct leadership of Albus Dumbledore, truly the wisest and most powerful wizard of his time. What if Dumbledore had survived? It's a what if that underscores the immense power of guidance, wisdom, and strategic leadership in the face of insurmountable odds. It shows us how a single, powerful presence can transform a desperate flight into a methodical triumph, and how the sharing of a burden can lighten even the heaviest of destinies. What are your thoughts on Dumbledore joining the Horcrux hunt? How do you think his survival would have changed other aspects of the series or the characters' lives? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. And don't forget to tell us which other what-if theory from the world of Harry Potter you'd like me to delve into next. Your ideas truly help shape the magic here on Omniva.